API gear has always been built to last, and it's always been built to take the punishment of the studio or of the road.
Each unit has a specific test procedure that has to be adhered to, and that's gone through at least 3 times before it reaches the customer.
People take a tremendous amount of pride in what they're doing here, and they get it that when they send a product out the door and it reaches the audio community, it's really a little piece of themselves that they're putting out there, and everybody takes it very, very personally.
Should something go wrong, then API stands behind it, and there's a very good network of support to keep the gear running, to replace it rapidly, to repair it if necessary. But that's actually fairly rare.
If something comes back here, it's a big deal because not much comes back here, and if something's wrong, everybody really wants to know why, because everybody puts so much into it before it goes out the door.
As a reseller, as a retailer, you want to have products, and you want to associate your company and your company's image with products like that. And there's not a whole lot of them out there anymore that are that special and that, you know, that people are so passionate about.
When you buy an API product, you join a family. It's truly that sense, and we try and make sure that every customer obviously is happy.
If I were going to tell a budding engineer or a musician and that wanted to know what can I get that's a good all-around mic, pre, EQ, compression, whatever, I would steer them toward API. Number one, because it's affordable. It's always a performer.
If a kid had a lot of money, I would tell him to put it in the bank and save it and go to work for a studio for about 5 years, which is what I did. Then he will definitely be a great engineer.
If the person believes that they have the talent to recognize other people's talent, and they know that they're working with somebody worth recording.
Besides that, no, if someone had a lot of money and wanted invested into a good chain, I would definitely say an API preamp, and like I said, probably the graphic EQ.
That they should go to the end of the earth to get the best available microphone, and then the most available, useful mic pre, and if they still feel it needs to change, the best available analog EQ. Because after that point, you can never add, you can only take away.
And you invest in your sound on your front end. You're a decent microphone, and most importantly, very good preamps. And this is where you should focus your money and your attention. This is where your coloration is going to come from. If you go in with crap, you're going to come out with crap.
The one thing I can tell you is there isn't a plug-in in the world that can emulate a piece of hardware. If it doesn't have wire, transformers, or some of both in there, you're not going to get that sound.
And the 7600 is hands down what I would tell someone to buy, because you start with one, you record a couple bands, and your stuff is always going to sound better than someone else's, because you're going through Pro Tools fine, but you're front-ending it with the best.
Never been disappointed, and it's versatile, very versatile. You'd really be wasting your money to go anywhere else unless you just had a lot of money to throw away.